Hello, and thank you for joining us. This is Yasmin Razak from RelyLocal.com, and it is my pleasure to have my guest today. Her name is Cindy Freland, and she is the owner and CEO of Maryland Secretarial Services. Maryland Secretarial Services, or MSS as I like to shorten it to, is a virtual assistant agency that addresses all your small business administrative needs. Cindy is probably one of the most organized people I've ever met, and if you ever need help with anything from bookkeeping to scanning all those business cards that you pick up at networking events, Cindy is the person you need to speak to. So thanks for joining us, Cindy.
Thank you, Yasmin.
Now, I know I met you at quite a few networking events in the Bowie area of Maryland. Tell us a little bit about your business, when you started, and in a nutshell, what you do.
Well, I founded Maryland Secretarial Services in 1997, and it is a woman-owned business support corporation located in Bowie, Maryland. And as I said, I am an award-winning virtual assistant, and I founded MSS in 1997.
Okay, great. Now, you're based in Bowie, Maryland, but you service clients across the country. Could you tell us what types of businesses you work with?
Well, I work with all businesses, small, large, individuals, as well as nonprofit organizations and government agencies, and as you mentioned, throughout the United States. So everyone in the United States qualifies as a customer for me.
That's great. You've got a lot to choose from there. Now, I know we mentioned the term virtual assistant. A lot of people might be listening to this and thinking, what on earth is a virtual assistant? Could you explain to us what a virtual assistant is?
Okay, that's a great question. A virtual assistant, also known as a VA for short, is an entrepreneur who provides professional, administrative, technical, or creative assistance to clients from a home office. Okay,
so why do you think business owners need VAs? I mean, can't they just sort of hire a personal assistant of their own or a secretary, or why is there such a demand for VAs at the moment?
Sure, they could hire whomever they like. I'm sure there's people out there that are like their best buddy, their sister, their sister-in-law, who can handle a lot of this work. However, a virtual assistant is capable of doing a lot more than just an administrative assistant. We also do social media, marketing, and design websites and things like that. Business owners need VAs so they can get administrative tasks done that they don't want to do, don't know how to do, or don't have the staff to do. We help them spend more time concentrating on what they do best to add to their bottom line.
Okay, well that's very important because there'll be a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs listening to this. Some may be just starting up or just, like you said, have cash flow problems and can't afford to take on a full-time member of staff and all the responsibilities that go with it. So I imagine that part of the beauty of a VA is that they are independent. So how do you, say if you were to hire a VA, how would you sort of manage them and pay them, seeing as you're never really seeing them, they're not in your same physical location? How is that all managed?
Well, I accept credit cards, PayPal, cash, money orders, and checks. And the clients would pay a retainer before we begin, or I could invoice them. And they would just contact me through email, phone. They could deliver the work to me. They could mail it to me. If they give me a retainer, then I am at their beck and call pretty much whenever they need me until that $200 retainer runs out. And then if we don't do the retainer, then we just charge them per hour and invoice them. So it's all on an individual basis.
Okay, great. Now, how can a VA save a business owner money?
Well, the wonderful aspect of using our service or a VA is that you only pay for the work you need done and none of the training, salaries, taxes, health or workers' compensation insurance, computer equipment, and office space involved with a full-time employee. So the clients only pay for the work that we are doing for them.
Great, great. That seems like a great way to be able to, for small business owners who are wearing many different hats in their businesses, to have one less thing to worry about. Now, if somebody is interested in hiring MSS, can you give us a vague idea of your rates?
We charge $25 an hour for most services. Transcription is charged a little bit differently because some clients like to do per page, per audio minute, and so forth. So again, that's on an individual basis for the transcription. But for most services, I would charge $25 an hour. And
okay,
we do offer discounts with retainers.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. And how do they get in touch with you in order to book one of your services?
They can call me. I always like to talk to my clients on the phone, 301-352-7927, or they could email me at Cindy, C-I-N-D-Y, at MarylandSecretarial.com, or check out the website at www.MarylandSecretarial.com.
Okay, that's great. Thanks so much for talking to us today, Cindy. And you can also check out Cindy's full listing at RelyLocal.com. She's in the Bowie, Maryland area, and she will be listed under several categories, such as professional and bookkeeping, so you can find her there as well. And is there anything else you would like to add, Cindy, before we close this interview down?
No, I think that's about it. Thank you very much.
That's great. Thanks so much. That's Cindy Freland from Maryland Secretarial Services, and she is the person that you need to talk to if you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner anywhere in the United States who needs help with their administrative jobs. And Cindy is a great person to do business with. She's very friendly. She's always open to ideas and incredibly organized. And I always like to say, as a small business owner myself, if I'm doing a job that takes up too much of my time or is a hassle or just is something I just don't feel that I can accomplish, I always like to outsource it. And Cindy is the ideal person for you to outsource all your admin or some of your admin work to. So again, you can reach Cindy either on the RelyLocal.com website, or you can reach her website, her own personal website, which is MarylandSecretarial.com. Thanks again, Cindy, and thanks so much for listening.
Thank you. Bye.